When did you start playing golf?
I started playing golf in 2009.
I don't know how to introduce this,
This
but
is, yeah.
this is the Keep Up movement. I'm Karan Patel, and we're gonna get this thing
Not
started.
Karen.
Not Karen. Karan.
Karan.
Sometimes you can roll the R's if you want.
I definitely was messing
Yeah,
that
right?
up. Hey, Karen on the golf course.
I'm like, you know what? I was playing like a Karen anyway, right? So what's the better?
Absolutely were.
But
we
now-
both were. We both were.
Now I'm playing a lot better. So stay tuned.
Yeah. I got into golf strictly by curiosity. I remember the first time I picked up golf clubs was when I was a little kid, like 5 years old or something like that.
Yeah.
I had a little plastic set, and I put a bunch of holes in my parents' backyard. Like I dug up little holes and I made like a little putt golf course. And my parents came home. My dad came home. He was pissed. So now you fast forward. I'm 24, 2009. It's early.
What made you, it's too early right now. What made you get into golf? Did you watch Tiger growing up? Like what?
I think we all
Yeah.
watched Tiger, but I never really paid attention to it. When I was younger, I was just so focused. I was focused on all the wrong things when I was younger.
Like you're talking about when you're 5 or 10?
No, like
teenage.
middle school through college. I was focused on the wrong things.
Right.
So
Person. But I didn't understand how big he was into sports because I'm young. I didn't understand who he was. And then when we moved to the States, he had to give up all his passions, you know. But he did that and he sacrificed that for us.
although
But he was the captain of the country for Kenya. Is all that stuff. So it was very family oriented.
like it, man.
So-
That's the goal, man. That's what I want. I
Man.
want to be able to do the same thing.
Yeah.
I want to be able to have my daughters golfing with me. That's
Right.
it. I don't want much in life. I just want to be able to golf with my kids when I want to.
Right.
That's it.
Then so
Not necessarily never focused, but it keeps us like driven.
yeah.
Like if you're into sports, you always have a goal to obtain, no matter what sport you're playing. If it's just track and you want to get better, you have that goal. If it's weightlifting, you want to get stronger. Like so, being like constantly in sports. Look at the lifestyle you live now. I'm all jacked up, but that's what we're here for.
Yeah, exactly. There comes to a point where you can do the sport as long as you wanted to, but
Yeah.
that's why we have golf.
Yeah.
Golf we can play into our 80s, depending on what we have going on.
But you still got to get checked. That's
You
why I
still
got to
have to
come to
get
you
checked.
for Cairo.
So what we do is we do assessments for
Basketball, mainly baseball, right?
Yeah.
Name a Puerto Rican that doesn't play baseball.
yeah, yeah, right.
And so
Routines, basically. I mean, we work out early in the morning. It helps us gets us going for the day, but it also is like a mental clarity there after you're done. It
Yeah,
just makes you feel
compression.
good, right?
Yeah.
Just kind of let loose. Out of school, it's a little scary when you get done. You just don't know if you should start your own or like what doctor you should kind of shadow. But I've been fortunate and lucky to find the right ones at the right time.
Okay.
But it's also like maybe it's my mindset. Maybe. So the last year is just practicing how to be a doctor.
Okay.
The first 2.5 years are just book work. Everything happens for a reason, right? So there was one day where I walked into a club, and we have clubs on campus to learn more things, practice, right?
Yeah.
I was not good at speaking, coming from Africa, like that kind of background, having an
Talk more
accent.
about that. Because I don't hear your accent.
No, yeah, it went away, but
Yeah.
obviously if I go back, it'll come back when I'm in that.
So what's
setting.
the dialect that you speak? What's the
Swahili.
Swahili. Okay.
So in Africa, they teach you Swahili. You learn French.
Mhm.
You learn Gujarati because there is a big Indian population.
I didn't know until I met you.
Huge. So my whole school was all Patels. so we were everywhere there. So basically,
You know, a funny story. I remember Shiesty salsa singer guy, right? He was trying to get money out of me a long time ago. It didn't work out, but like I in return I got more free work.
Yeah.
He tried to get more money, I got free work. So long story short, when he was trying to impress me and everything and tell me about his reach, he's like, "Well, I got all the Patels." I had no clue. So, and I grew up in Gainesville, Florida.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's country
Yeah.
over there, and I only knew one Patel my entire life.
Wow.
So when he was saying like I know all the Patels, I'm like, oh in my head, I'm thinking he knows my friend. I was like, oh, you know it. And I told the same name. He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh.
And we're all connected.
And they're all the same names though. So here I am thinking like, oh, he knows the same. He doesn't know this guy. There's just another person with the Battelle names. Fish, but I just kept getting weeds. I never could get the actual fish. And I would see them little jokers jump up and laugh at me. I see the little fish going, wow. I'm like, hey, mother.
Get in there. Get in
Get
the
over here.
water.
I had like my friend was a fisherman and he came, used my same stuff and he would get, I'm like, what am I doing wrong?
What do you use golf for now? Like, are you doing any kind of cool things with golf?
I used to shoot guns a lot. So that was one of those guys. I was your stereotypical veteran comes from overseas and
By the way, let's talk about that also.
we can talk about that later. Yeah. So I was a stereotypical veteran that just comes from overseas, has an affinity for guns.
Yeah.
You know, and which is fun. I love guns. I'm not gonna lie. I love them. So, but all my money. The thing with golf and guns, when you combine them together, it's a very expensive hobby. Cause
How much is a gun?
bullets don't come back. So at that we just to golf, just competitive. Now as you start golfing, you meet a lot of people and you start playing with them. I was in the military, so there's really nothing older dudes could do for me outside the military, right?
Right.
You can't help you get promoted, you can't whatever. So without knowing, I was learning how to network through golf.
Right.
Because now I'm in front of these very established individuals, and they enjoy my company.
Mm-hmm.
I look fast forward now to where I'm at. I understand why, because I was a young guy that wasn't trying to get money from them or trying to throw them into a business deal or trying to just. They're here to have fun, relax, and there's a bunch of older guys.
Right.
So I've always hung out with older guys, even when I was a kid.
Same.
Always was around the
Same.
old dudes.
Same, but you learn so much. From
Yeah.
them. And they're so well established, like you said, and we're up and coming.
Yep.
I mean, I would say we're successful in the stuff that we've done so far, but
Keep
there's
up
so
moving.
much keep up.
There's
so
so much.
There's so much left for us to do here,
Yeah.
and in our community, and that's what we're gonna showcase
Mhm.
in the podcast.
What are we building? What are we building?
So basically, Keep Up Movement means it's just individuals that are in leadership positions or some kind of like they do a lot in the community,
Mhm.
but are also really good at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And then people can basically view us
Mhm.
and see what we're doing. But also, I want to showcase other businesses, other leaders in the community,
Exactly.
and just the grind,
Yeah.
the workouts, the motivation, the mental stuff. I mean, obviously, we're not perfect, but we'll talk
Yeah.
about the imperfections
Yeah.
and work through it. But I think also as men, we don't like to talk as much about the feelings, about what we're going through.
We're emotional. We're
relationships.
spiritual people.
Yeah,
We're spiritual creatures, man. So we got feelings too.
yeah, exactly.
I'm light skinned, so I'm emotional.
Right?
I get sensitive, man. I get in my feelings.
Well, me too. Me too. But I mean, over the years, I've been learning how to control that. I think.
Same.
I think 2 years ago.
Therapy for me.
2 years ago, people were like, "Are you okay?" And then fast forward till now, they're like, "Okay, you got a good balance now." But
Yeah.
I mean, life is just finding balance.
Yeah.
And yeah, playing golf, checking out properties.
Yeah, yeah.
You're gonna show some stuff there. Checking out golf courses in the area. I mean, we're in Orlando, and there's
Yeah.
massive amounts of golf
The
around
Mecca.
here. Business owners, and then most of the business owners now play golf because it's
Exactly.
so good at networking. And like you said,
That's another thing too about like something like golf teaches us, and inherently, like a lot of people don't realize it too, some too, but the ability to do things on your own has so much power. And I feel like in America we're so codependent, not just on social media, on the phones, or even with people with generating his interest in anything. Like again, going back to golf, when on the golf course, it's just you.
us or
It's
me.
just- it's you and the
by
golf
myself,
ball.
but yeah,
It's you and the golf ball. Your codependency is on your mind.
right.
Like I hit a bad shot, get over it. You know, Jay-Z had that one line. He said, "Mommy, cry me a river, build a bridge, and get over it." So like it's cool, it's okay to cry, but as you're crying, be building.
Yep.
So now once you built what you want, just get over that bridge and keep going. So you're always moving forward, and that's what golf teaches you.
And I did feel alone, but then I realized it's okay to feel that way because I'm actually working on myself.
Yeah.
Like I just zone out. There's nobody around. I wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm by myself.
Yeah.
But I get so much done, and I do like meditation sometimes. It's not like actual meditation, like what you see.
It's whatever.
But
works
it's
for you.
my meditation.
Yeah, if
right?
it works for you.
It makes
It's your
mine.
spiritual journey.
Exactly.
That's the thing I love about like spirituality too, man. It's everybody wants to throw religion and throw you like how they perceived it or how they're learning. Nothing wrong. Believe whatever you want to believe in. I know what I personally believe in. You know what you personally believe in. You know what you. That's cool. Believe whatever. I'm not a person to judge.
Mm-hmm.
I have my own beliefs. But at the end of the day, it's my relationship.
Exactly.
And all and life is about relationship.
Right.
So when that's how
Right.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's our wedding.
Exactly.
So what I had to do was I just said, "Hey, Rucha, what do you want?"
Yeah.
And then she told me, and I was like, "All right, let's just do that and stick to that." And obviously, we're gonna upset some people, but at the end of the day, everybody was happy.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, you're the leader.
Yeah.
You're the leader. So like, you have to at some point, you have to be like, all right, thank you, sir, but I'm literally taking over from here.
Yeah.
Thank you, mom and dad, but I got it from here.
Because
So like, you have to lead. You need to win that person. You need that person you're with. She needs to have the ultimate confidence.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be fun, man. Talking about relationships. I can learn from you.
Dude.
I haven't had a successful relationship, so I'm learning from you.
Well, I haven't. I mean, it took me I was 30 when 31 when I
Yeah.
found my wife. Now,
Yeah,
Right.
We might have a couple of Thady Ortiz stories throughout the podcast.
I don't know if I can tell all my story.
You don't have to. You're married.
Yeah.
As for me in my house, we shall
Go
embarrass.
for it, right
we shall
now.
embarrass
Yeah.
ourselves every now and then. You know, you get a little
I'll
too
share a
comfortable.
little bit.
It's again, everybody has their own personal journey. I've learned that a lot. Again, it goes back to the full circle of golf, right?
Right.
Everybody has their own personal journey. Everybody has their own experience. We can be on the same golf course playing at the same tee time, and literally our ball can be just as close as our cups are.
Yeah.
We have two totally different shots to hit.
Yeah. Right.
That's it. Not even an inch away from each other. Two totally different shots. When you talk about mental health space and all that, within our circle, or just people I've talked, friends and all that. One thing is, we can both be on the same convoy,
Right.
get the same, be in the same explosion,
Mm-hmm.
come out two totally different. You can come out of that like, okay, I'm good,
Right.
and then I can come out like this shell shocked me for life.
Right.
However, there's going to be areas in my life that I'm able to move past faster than you are.
Right.
And there's area in your life you're gonna be like, wait, you didn't get over this? So it's kind of like we have the same experience, but two different perspectives and everything. You just learn to like, I don't look down, I don't look down or judge or, it's like, okay, somebody might have a nugget in the spiritual aspect. You know, the Bible, for us, the Bible, they have this one story about a donkey. A guy comes up on a donkey, long story short, the donkey speaks to him. And the whole synopsis of that is basically like, you never know who your higher power is going to talk to you through.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, and that's in golf too.
Yeah.
Because everybody's going to want to give you opinions on what you're supposed to do.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's going to tell you, oh, you should hit the ball this way. We have the ball, same position, so we're both on our same career path. Two different locations, two different trajectories, two different shots. This might have a little bit more mud under it. This might have a little bit more grass under it. But the way the wind is blowing, it's going to move your ball this way. The wind is blowing. It's like, okay, I can give you all the instructions in the world, but at the end of the day, you got to do what feels right with you.
Exactly.
And once you hit it, you take accountability.
And the timing, right? So just like in life, it's about the feeling at the moment and the time also
Yes.
in your life. Because right now you're going through a phase, and it's not your time to advance to maybe a marriage just yet, but you're looking, right? Me, I'm in a marriage right now. We'll talk about that later.
I'm shell shocked.
So like I'm in the phase where
If your timing is off just by a little bit, if you rush it, if you speed up, if you sway your hips, you're not gonna hit a good shot.
Right.
You gotta head of yourself. If you take too long, you're not gonna have the full aspect of it. So it's like, so look, man, I love golf, man.
Yeah,
we didn't put golf into everything.
But just like you said, like you're going too fast. Your hips are moving, and then what do you do after the shot? That what matters after the shot? That you actually can analyze it and think like what went wrong, right?
Fix the problem.
Fix the problem. So like in life, if something goes wrong, what do? Do you fix it or do you move on? If you don't fix it, the lesson's gonna come back to you later on.
Yes. I've learned that a
You
lot
have
in
to
my
fix
personal
it,
life.
right?
Big facts. I was just having this conversation with my mentor. you have to like. It's gonna give you lessons, and if you don't learn that lesson, it's gonna come back harder and harder, until you finally fucking learn it.
Yeah.
Then when you learn, you're like, it's just like school. Once you pass the 5th grade, you don't ever have to see the 5th grade again.
Yeah.
You're on to the 6th grade. You keep failing the 5th grade, you gotta keep seeing the 5th grade.
Exactly.
And it gets harder and harder.
And it's actually like you get mad and upset that you don't pass that level.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when you look back, you're like, thank the universe
Thank God,
that it happened
yeah.
because it made you better.
You can say whatever God you.
I try not to
I
say.
say thank God.
I try not to say because I'm actually like I'm fascinated by every culture and
Yeah.
every religion.
Same.
I work in a heavy Christian-based practice,
Mm-hmm.
but nobody judges there, and I love it. And I'm learning. I've read the Bible. I've read verses. They spoke to me. Right.
Yeah.
In our Hindu culture, I read a lot of that as well. I have a book, the Gita.
Okay.
So I've read that
Learn
as
more
well.
about that.
But there's different frequencies in different religions, so I don't really pinpoint one religion. I say whoever you speak to that person or that higher power.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna speak to my higher power, and then our frequencies are the same though, because we're just talking to somebody. At the end of the day, if everything is gone, who are you gonna talk to?
Yeah.
Who are you gonna
Individual relationship.
Yeah.
We all have a spirit, man. We all have a little demon in us too, though.
Yeah,
We
true.
gotta know-
It's always
gotta
there.
learn how to who to listen to.
Yeah.
Man, I like the boy. The sentence, boy. We gonna good. What about some shit, bro? Some good.